Hey.
Hey. Um, we're at the Whaley House. We're going to do a Whaley House tour. I just found out that they allowed us to do video.
And while she's doing the inside tour, I'm going to go outside in the gardens with another guy.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool.
It's going to be fun. So come along. I hope you enjoy it. I'll be really quiet in there, I'm sure. And after that, we're going to hit the cemetery. So,
See you in a minute.
yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Lock you in? I know, right? Anyway, that didn't actually do it, which is funny, but life goes on. Now, welcome everyone. I get to go back here because I won't. Now, as I stated outside, this historic home was constructed here in 1857. It was built by a man named Thomas Whaley. Mr. Whaley was a businessman who came here all the way from New York City in 1847. Now, when he was coming here with supplies in order to sell them to the gold rushers at the time, which meant he could not take a wagon train. There were no trains that made it out here, and he certainly couldn't walk. So he had to sail. He sailed 6 months all the way around South America. In 1847, arriving in San Francisco and selling. I'm sure he was ready to do anything but sit on a boat all day. Now, when he arrived, he set up his shop in San Francisco and began selling his supplies, which included mining equipment and firearms. His family made both, so it made sense. Now, he did this for 5 years, until 1851, when unfortunately an arsonist would burn his business to the ground. At which point, he moved south to San Diego. He started several businesses and became ingrained in the founders of the city, becoming one of the, essentially, mayors, before the mayor role was actually one that existed. And 5 years after arriving, constructed this home. Now, this house was twofold. It was always meant to be a home for his family and a business. In fact, the room we were sitting in right now was always a business. This room started as a granary. Rat-proof owing to its brick construction, rat-infested because he didn't build the foundation. But after he couldn't use it as a granary any longer, he rented it out as a business suite. Throughout the years, hundreds of businesses have set up in this room. It's been used as a meeting place, a polling place, a general store. It's been used as a toy store as well, a school, as well as a ballroom, and even a smoking hall. But most prominently, this room was used as a courthouse from 1869 to 1871. The county rented it directly from Mr. Whaley after their first courthouse had been burned down by an arsonist. Starting to think an arsonist was just a career path back then. And I suppose if you're going to be an arsonist, a building that gets you in trouble for being one is a pretty good start. So, now, throughout the rest of the home, you will find other businesses. In the next room, a general store. Upstairs, San Diego's first ever commercial theater. On opening night, 150 people stuffed themselves into that one room. And it's not as big as this one. So, quite the act, I'm sure. You will also find the home he constructed, not just for his wife Anna and their 6 children, but also as a rental property for when they weren't in town, which was pretty frequent. They were between here and San Francisco quite often. When he was done building this house, not only had he built a very large brick house in all of Southern California, he had spent the modern equivalent of $750,000. We have recreated it to the best of our abilities. The dining room and parlor downstairs, the master bedroom and nursery upstairs have all been outfitted with historically accurate furniture. You also find 2 bedrooms that are filled with artifacts of the family. And if you're very lucky today, you will also find the family. This is America's most haunted house after all. Now, if you are here for the paranormal, well, you're in the right place. This house's haunted history goes back to the very first day it was built. Because when Mr. Whaley was looking for land to build his house on, he decided to get a good deal by purchasing the former execution grounds of San Diego. Before this house was built, we have a register of at least 3 men being hanged here, but it is unknown exactly how many died. They didn't always write it down. And it's been 150 years, paperwork is lost. Since then, 9 others have died in this home. Some other spirits have joined them from other places. And as such, at last count, there were between 14 and 16 spirits for you to interact with in this house. Now, if you wish to interact with these spirits, I recommend you keep an open mind and open senses, that is all 6 of them. And I recommend you take a lot of photos. If you walk out of this house today bereft of an encounter, I recommend you double check your camera rig. You may have had one without even realizing it. And now that everyone is nice and uncomfortable in that regard, all rise. If you have any questions at all, please just let us know. We are here to help. We are in Victorian wear with a name tag. You are free to explore the house.
So that was very interesting. Like he said, this is the courthouse. Not a lot of room for spectators, which is okay. I'm waiting for the other people to move on to another room so I don't disturb their experience. Okay, I am unsure of the name of these rooms, but this one is quite nice. Minus this modern day fan in the corner. What is that? Look at this though. Isn't this just... I love antique kind of things. Apothecaries are my favorite. And that flickering lights. Here, but everything is just really cool to see. Carol's not with me. She's doing the outside. She's been here before. Plus the scooter. But this place is really cool. Let's check out some more. So here's their living room. I find it, I mean, of course it's old, there's no TVs in this day, but I just sat, listened to music, sewed, whatever they did. Most of us sit and watch TV.
Yeah, but interesting.
Here is Thomas Whaley, the man who built this home. Okay, so we're heading upstairs. large master bedroom. Or it could look that way because of the bed. The bed's a little small. But I'm sure that was meant for 2 people. Just not 2 people of any size. Little commode by the bed, the old shoes. Oh, this old chest. I love this old chest. Yeah, we're gonna move to the kids' room. It's hard to read with this light. Or my speed. Kids' room.
Hi.
Hi. That doll was placed there on purpose. That's a creepy vibe. And it's always the children's room that seemed more spooky. And right next to it was a theater. I don't know if it was meant to be well, yeah. I think it was meant to be a theater. Huh. More benches in the courtroom. They want more people in here. And look, a modern day water bottle. And fan. Appreciative of the fan. Here's the stage. Now coming down from this theater and the kids' room. Outside view.
So Stacy's going into the Whaley House. I'm going to go into this back area of the Whaley House and see what we find. Cardboard boxes. Now there's a little cafe right here. This is a cute seating area. Super cute little seating area. Obviously they have a ramp up to it because they're telling me to go the other way. Oh, here's the restrooms. Look at this tree. Okay, now we're gonna go around here. I guess I'm gonna go up that way because I'm on the scooter today, so. Cute little setups. It's just all tried to be set up like in its original condition. Rose garden. Cool wagon. Get the pylons out of the shot. There we go. Cool wagon. It's just the other side of Whaley House. And we turned around. We came back this way. Let's go see what else we find. This cobblestone is just crazy. I hope the camera's not moving too much because I certainly am. I don't know what house. This is part of the Whaley House too, but cute little courtyards back here. Then this is just this is not part of the Whaley House. These people's apartments right outside Old Town. Look at these trees, they're amazing. It's just a little courtyard area. Okay, so I'm still in that little courtyard area with the little cafe over here. These trees are just crazy. They've got to be as old as Whaley House. I wanted to go over and get this one because it's just, look at that thing. And then right back out to the street.
Okay, so
I asked this gentleman if these were outhouses. Oh, you don't want to show your name? Okay.
No, I do.
Oh, okay. Banjo.
Very proud of it, Banjo.
What a cool name.
Thank you.
Okay,
Now,
tell me about
This
these.
is gonna make a lot of sense because, like you said, your friends inside getting their share of videos, and later on, when you guys share this, the stories are gonna match up.
Well, it's funny, and I'm not going to tell her I did this,
Okay.
but she's the editor, so she's going to get the video.
There you go.
That's going to be awesome.
So you just used our modern outhouse,
Right.
Right.
It's a very nice handicap restaurant.
I'm proud. I'm proud of it. Now, these were where the outhouse once was. The outhouse that was on the Whaley House property was divided down the middle. Half of it was for the family, and half of it was one of the earliest public restrooms in San Diego. They were part of the courthouse. This was the literal courtyard, and this was where you came to do the business. The outhouse was the site where daughter Violet takes her life away. She was 22. She had gone through a bout of depression after a failed marriage that culminates in a divorce. So Violet found eternal privacy in that outhouse. This is a representation of that outhouse. We put in the moons, the stars, the doors to make it look like what it might have looked like in that past. But it's a focal point of the story here at the Whaley House. And it is an area where folks sometimes, well, they might experience Violet's sorrow, they might experience Violet's lament, they might experience a weeping woman.
Very cool.
And that's the outhouse.
Banjo, you're amazing. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I also like that you're from San Diego.
Of course. I can't. I wouldn't want to be from anywhere else.
I'm actually from Sac City, Iowa, but I've been here since the 3rd grade. I say I'm from San Diego.
Yeah.
I think I've earned that right at 62, so
I think
yeah.
you have. It's beautiful here.
Thank you so much for your time.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Our little walk from the Whaley Museum to the cemetery. There's a lot of stuff that Carol and I have just not ever gone into. There's a cigar and wine bar over there. We're passing an olive tasting place. But look how fun it is just to walk around. I mean, this is nice. Look at this. That beautiful tree. And this little house. Probably someone that refused to get bought out said, I'm just gonna live here. Good for you guys. I personally, though, wouldn't want all this noise. And I believe, yes, we've reached the cemetery. trying to be somewhat respectful. There'll just be a few videos once we go inside.
Don't need 2 videos of it. Right? I'm sorry.
It's called the El Campo Santo Cemetery. From what I understand, this is, what do I call it, active cemetery? That's just not probably the right terminology. And just an unmarked grave. Someone knows who was here. There's a few of those. This marker is for this. Old headstone that you can't read. Maybe just a little. You can tell how old these are because look at that headstone. You cannot read it. Just preservation after preservation of these graves. Thank goodness. What's this? It's a scroll. So this wraps it up. We're gonna probably have 2 videos. So this will wrap up the Whaley House and all of that. And then we're going to take you along for the rest of Old Town. Enjoy it. Part 2's coming.
The Old Town circle area, maybe some candle dipping. I don't know what kind of trouble we'll get into.
Lots of fun.
Probably some food too.
Absolutely.
We'll see you soon.
Bye.